What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today, we're actually going to be checking out some Battlefield 5. I know it's been a very long time since I showcased this off on my channel, but the other day I was playing this on my live stream. If you guys want to catch me live stream, play all these games live and in action, talk with me, chat with me, even play with me, squad up with me when I'm playing these Battlefield games, go ahead and follow my Twitch channel. The link to that is down in the description, and I also live stream every single day, starting around 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But usually, as we all know, for at least people who've been watching my content for a little while now, when I use Battlefield clips, I typically go ahead and cut them up into segments. So I usually use like 3 to 4 minute tiny segments, and I have like 4 or 5 different clips and one commentary. You know, compared to Call of Duty, where I use a full clip. You know, I don't really need to cut it up. And I do that because I feel like Battlefield is better when it's shown off in its moments compared to the full experience. But in this video today specifically, I hope I don't annoy a lot of you guys by doing this. And trust me, I'm not low on clips or anything. I could easily go ahead and, you know, splice up some really cool looking clips and stuff for you guys in this video. But I really do believe that this gameplay will showcase off perfectly what I'm going to be talking about today and really back up the conversation. So in order for me to use this video as proof, I have to use it from the complete beginning all the way to the end. So that means you have to watch the deaths and watch me respawn and stuff like that. But it's all for a specific reason, and you guys will understand as we get deeper into the commentary. Now, the main topic today is Call of Duty World War II Vanguard. For those who don't know, that is going to be the rumored, I guess, leaked title that the game is going to have for Call of Duty 2021. We don't know if it's going to be official or not, but that's pretty much what everybody's calling it at this point, Call of Duty Vanguard. And it's actually been leaked, once again, and this guy's a very reliable leaker, Tom Henderson. He's usually always on point when it comes to at least leaks like this, with all the other past Call of Duties at least. But Call of Duty Vanguard is going to launch with 8 initial maps. And since I do have a lot of Battlefield players out there who do watch my content now, since, you know, Battlefield 2042 trailers come out, I've gained a lot of Battlefield support, so I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for tuning into my content. It's amazing to be able to branch off from Call of Duty only and finally be able to talk about Battlefield again. Used to cover it in the past with Battlefield 5, but like I said, I don't really care for this game that much, so I stopped covering it a long time ago. But with Battlefield 2042, it is just amazing to be back talking about Battlefield. But for all the Battlefield fans out there who don't understand why I'm angry about Call of Duty Vanguard having 8 maps, let me just kind of put this into comparison. Past Call of Duty games, I mean old school games, COD 4, World at War, you know, Modern Warfare 2, all those other games, you could see anywhere from 14, 15, 16 total maps altogether when the game comes out, right off the bat. So you're never bored. You know, you hop onto the multiplayer experience, and not only is there going to be DLC later down the road that you could play, but during the time, in the moment, you have 15 to 16 different maps that you could rotate through. Compared to present day, Modern Warfare, 9 maps at launch. Cold War, 7 maps at launch. Now Vanguard, 8 maps at launch. Right smack dab in the middle from Modern Warfare and Cold War, they just said, you know what, let's just do 8 total maps at launch. It just blows my mind that after 2 to 3 years, we have been screaming at Activision, begging Activision to go ahead and add more maps into the game, telling them specifically that it's a main cause to why people drop off of COD so quickly nowadays, and they can't even last more than a couple of months, because there's nothing to do in your game. For example, with Cold War, there were 7 maps at launch, and over half of those maps were trash. So imagine having to play on Miami, Satellite, or any of those other maps. Even though I gotta say, Satellite has grown on me a little bit more differently. It's still not good at all compared to, you know, past Call of Duty maps we've had. But it's better than before. But still, that's what we dealt with. And we played those maps every single day with no other options. Armada. It was just, oh my God, they're just disgusting. And we have no other options. We have no other choices. Because that is the map selection. A simple, little 7 maps. And you might be thinking, JB, man, you're such a hypocrite. You're a straight hypocrite. How could you say that Call of Duty, it's bad for them to release this many maps? But then you're going to go ahead and praise Battlefield like there's no end. And they release all of their games with no maps as well at launch. But you have to understand, when it comes to Battlefield, their maps are designed around larger player counts. They are way, a trillion times more creative than any Call of Duty map ever made. And they have to balance so many different factors into their game. And in my personal opinion, EA DICE is so good when it comes to map design that they are able to allow you to have multiple experiences on every single map you play. Battlefield 4, for an example. I don't have premium anymore. I had it back on console, but I switched over to PC. I had to restart everything. I only have the base amount of content when it comes to this game. But I could still hop into a server in the server browser that only has base maps. I could play that 4, 5, 6 hours straight. No problem at all. And you want to know why? Because one, the games last longer than Call of Duty. You know, they last about 30 minutes each, sometimes even longer, so it really depends on who you're versing and who you're going up against. And every single time that I play on these individual maps, I always have a different experience, whether I'm going off in a tank, maybe I want to get some helicopter gameplay, I want to fly into a jet, I want to run infantry and take different paths and different ways, and each flag is their own territory and own zone with own unique gameplays, and sometimes different flags are more important in different lobbies. It's insanity what goes on in Battlefield, which allows EA DICE to release a game with less content because the content in the game will still last us long enough. But in Call of Duty, there's no thought process to the majority of the map designs in the game. As I always say, Call of Duty, pretty much an aim trainer, that's what it is. It's just meant for fast, arcadey matches. It'll last you 4 or 5 minutes, maybe up to 8 minutes if you really want to get into an OBJ lobby and stuff like that, but they're supposed to be short and quick. And in order to have a short and quick match, you have to go ahead and have good maps that have good designs that allow you to have those short and quick matches. And when you release bare minimum, very small styled maps that don't have much variety when it comes to gameplay, it's either you take the right lane, the left lane, the mid lane, and you get your streaks, that's about it. That's the only experience you get out of COD. You need to have a lot of maps. If you don't release any, it gets too repetitive. You play the same thing, you take the same paths, you do the same moves, nothing changes, which equals boredom. People leaving your game because they don't want to repeat the same thing they're doing over and over and over again. That's why I wanted to show you guys this full gameplay, to showcase all of how the maps actually work. I mean, in the very beginning of this gameplay, we were on a freaking beach, basically. We're on the beach, and then now we're deep into the jungle. There's so much variety. There's different locations and landmarks. It's always interesting every single time you play it. And with different individuals in your lobby, with different personalities and different ways of playing the game, there's always going to be multiple experiences every single time that you play this exact map. And that goes for all the maps in the Battlefield franchise. And I guarantee you the lack of maps coming to Call of Duty Vanguard is all because of Warzone. Because if you guys don't know already, there's going to be a brand new Pacific-themed Warzone map coming into the whole game once Vanguard is released. So the second Vanguard comes out, there's going to be a brand new Warzone map that's going to be themed around World War II. So I guarantee you Activision forced Sledgehammer Games to put more of their effort with the map design team. They probably had to put more effort into making sure the Warzone map is going to be fun and playable, because they know that Warzone makes the most money. So they have to put all their attention over there. The map has to be good. If it's going to be a complete replacement, it's going to have to be a banger. You could tell how scared they are with putting a new map in the game because, their reskin version is just a reskin. It's a Black Ops Cold War version of Verdansk that was from Modern Warfare. And they did that so they could keep the exact same map that everybody already knows, that was already popular, and they reworked it to make it a tad bit better. But for me personally, that's not what I wanted. I want a brand new experience. And they're under pressure, so they forced Sledgehammer Games to put more effort into making sure the Warzone map is good, and they said, screw the multiplayer side, 8 maps at launch. And you guys know how bad the content system is when it comes to Call of Duty nowadays. It's going to take us, once again, just like Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare, almost a full year just to get a full set of maps in the rotation. It's doomed. It's literally doomed. Battlefield 2042 is going to blow this game out of the water, and it's just no questions. I can't even think of any way this is going to succeed if they're going to keep repeating the same things they do in the past. But guys, I do want to apologize again for showcasing the gameplay the way I did. I am using a support class with an LMG, so I played a little bit more slower. I mounted up in certain locations, tried to hold off choke points, tried to stay undercover and flanks so people didn't see me, and I, shot them in. It's a lot of things I did in this gameplay that were a little bit slower, which I would have cut up and made a little bit better for you guys in the long run. But I did want you guys to see the full life, because I thought it was really neat to see how this map progresses and how a singular Battlefield map can have so many different moments, so many different effects, emotions, and just gameplay aspects to it, which makes them almost feel alive, And I don't expect Call of Duty to follow that pattern. That's not what I want from them. But they have to understand, in their playing field, which is a small, fast-paced arcadey shooter, they have to release more maps in a game that they're designing like that. If they don't, the game's going to get boring. It's going to get dull. Everybody's going to leave it like a month in because nobody wants to play the same maps over and over and over again. And I guarantee you, the base maps in this game are going to be trash, just like they are every single year. They're going to be bad. I promise you. But guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so, at Twitter and Discord. Both those links in the down description. And last but not least, if you want to catch me live stream some video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.